Was Donald Trump duped into war with Iran? That is the argument you're hearing from angry folks in MAGA, perhaps to absolve the president and their vote from dragging us into a war. But honestly, does anyone actually believe that this president suddenly lost all agency and was tricked by the Israelis, as Joe Kent argued in his resignation, placing the blame everywhere but on the guy in charge? Quote, I support the values and the foreign policies that you campaigned on in 2016, 2020, 2024, which you enacted in your first term. Until June of 2025, you understood that the wars in the Middle East were a trap that robbed America of the precious lives of our patriots and depleted the wealth and prosperity of our nation. High-ranking Israeli officials deployed a misinformation campaign that wholly undermined your America First platform and sowed pro-war sentiments to encourage war with Iran. This echo chamber was used to deceive you into believing Iran posed an imminent threat to the United States. All right, aside from the longstanding anti-Semitic tropes, as our friend Yair Rosenberg at The Atlantic points out, this narrative of Trump not being interested in Iran until the Israelis forced him into it is false. It's not backed up by the president's own history. Donald Trump has long been occupied by Iran. There's proof dating all the way back to 1980. This is him, age 34, we'll show it to you in a moment, slamming President Carter for not sending the military into Iran to rescue American hostages after the 1979 Iranian Revolution.
You're advocating that we should have gone in there with troops, et cetera, and brought our boys out.
I absolutely feel that, yes. I don't think there's any question, and there's no question in my mind. I think right now would be an oil-rich nation, and I believe that we should have done it, and I'm very disappointed that we didn't do it, and I don't think anybody would have held us in abeyance. I don't think anybody would have been angry with us, and we had every right to do it at the time. I think we've lost the opportunity.
Donald, would you have wanted to be one of those men to have gone to Iran, and taken those fellows out?
No, I wouldn't have wanted to be, but I would have done it.
Back on the eve of Donald Trump's first inauguration in 2017, nearly 10 years ago, I was asked by Chuck Todd on Meet the Press to predict a headline for the coming term. My answer back then was Trump White House provokes Iran. Go back and find it. Did it happen? Yes. Again, here's Yair Rosenberg laying it out pretty simply. When Trump assumed the presidency in 2017, he quickly went to work putting his Iran impulses into action. He tore up the Obama administration's nuclear deal in 2018 and assassinated Qasem Soleimani in 2020. After returning to power in 2024, Trump picked up where he left off, bombing Iran's nuclear facilities last year, and finally this year launching the current war on the regime after directing the largest U.S. military buildup in the region since Iraq. Far from a deviation from Trumpism, the president's Iran war is his ideology given final form. The question isn't who manipulated Donald Trump. It's why does Donald Trump think he always knows best? Why does he disregard expertise and intelligence? Why doesn't he seem to fully consider consequences? And why doesn't he take responsibility when things go wrong? The answer to that is the Republican Party, and enough of the American electorate have let him.